Hello YouTube, hope everyone is doing great and welcome back to another electrifying video. As you guys have seen in the title and the thumbnail, today's video is about the Nexon EV Dark Edition. So basically the Dark Edition is available only in the high-end variant, which are the XZ Plus and XZ Plus Luxury Edition. The XZ Plus Dark retails at an ex-showroom price of Rs 15.99 lakhs, while the XZ Plus Luxury Dark Edition retails at an ex-showroom price of Rs 16.85 lakhs, which is 86,000 more than the XZ Plus Dark Edition. So the extra 86,000 premium is for the sunroof, automatic headlamps and the rain sensing wipers. The one we have today is the XZ Plus Luxury Dark Edition, and it gets the following safety features: puncture repair kit, 2 airbags, ABS with EBD, corner stability control, follow me home headlamps, ISOFIX style seat mounts, reverse parking sensors and reverse parking camera. Up front it gets these blue accents representing the EV variant, bold Tata logo right in the middle, EV badging right there which is finished in blue, and it gets an LED DRL, projector for low beam and regular halogen for high beam. And coming down over here you get halogen fog lamps with blue accents, the popular tri-arrow Tata design on the lower bumper, and straight ahead let's open the engine bay. And under the hood is Tata Ziptron technology 3-phase permanent magnet synchronous motor, which produces a peak power of 129 PS and a maximum torque of 245 Nm. And powering this motor is a 30.2 kWh high energy density battery, and both the battery and the motor are IP67 rated. And we'll talk more about the warranty, charging time and range of the vehicle as we drive. And coming to the side profile, it gets this black cladding, and these are 16-inch alloy wheels finished in black, and the tire size happens to be 215 by 60 R16, and it gets disc brakes at the front and drum brakes at the rear. Dark badging right there on chrome, and EV badging too. Outside rearview mirrors get integrated turn indicators, and this is how the Dark Edition looks from the side. And moving to the rear, it gets these blue accents on the lower half of the bumper just like in the front, LED tail lamps just like in the regular Nexon, and down here you get a reflector along with those blue accents and reverse parking sensors, and this is a request sensor for the rear door, and this is a reverse parking camera, rear defogger with rear wiper, high mounted stop lamp and shark fin antenna, EV badging right there. And pressing this button opens the tailgate, and the boot carrying capacity happens to be 350 liters, and you get a light placed over here. And under here you get a spare tire which is not an alloy, and it is a full size spare wheel. Ziptron written right there. And moving to the rear seats, the rear door feels quite solid and opens quite wide enough for ingress and egress, and rear door pockets can accommodate 1 liter water bottles. The rear seat is wide enough to accommodate 3 adults, and there is a small hump in the middle, and it gets twin adjustable headrests at the rear along with a center armrest and a rear parcel tray. Moving in, there is adequate amount of legroom and knee room. Headroom is also great, and under thigh support is also not an issue. And you get handles placed right there along with some hook. And this is the sunroof of the vehicle. And moving to the front door, it gets a request sensor on the driver's door, and the front door pocket can also accommodate 1 liter water bottles. These are the power window controls, and these are for the outside rear view mirror controls. This is a tweeter, and you get manual height and recline adjust for the driver's seat, dead pedal placed right there, accelerator and brake pedals, and there is some storage space over here, and it gets these blue accents on the AC vents. Flat bottom leather wrapped steering wheel with some gloss black finishing, audio controls to the left and MID controls on the right. And this is how the instrument cluster looks. And you also get a floating infotainment system, which we'll come to in a bit. Nexon written right there, and those blue accents. And these are the AC controls placed down here. This is to lock or unlock the door, this is to open the tailgate, and this is for the fog lamps. And down here you get a 12-volt power outlet along with a USB charging port. And this is the key of the vehicle, which looks quite premium. And it gets follow me home headlamps function on the remote too. And this is the drive mode selector. And over here you get some storage space with twin cup holders. And the center armrest is fixed, and there is some storage space underneath it. And the front seats are also quite comfortable to be in. Tri-arrow design on the front dashboard, and pressing this opens the glove box of the vehicle, which is of decent size, and it also gets cooling function. No auto dimming inside rear view mirror. Cabin lights are LED and are white in color. This is to open the sunroof of the vehicle, and behind it is placed a mic for Bluetooth calls. And the sunroof is quite wide enough to accommodate one adult, and pressing it again closes the sunroof. Passenger side visor gets a mirror, no light. No mirror or light on the driver's side visor. And coming to the instrument cluster, as soon as you turn on the ignition, it does a full swipe like this with an animation of the Nexon. And you get tachometer on the left, speedometer to the right, and in the middle you get an MID which shows the drive mode the car is in, odometer, time, energy flow animation, outside temperature, battery left, range, twin trip meters, audio information, and some settings to customize like the illumination of the instrument cluster, tire pressure monitoring system, clock settings, etc. And this is the 7-inch touchscreen infotainment system from Harman. And the audio quality is quite impressive considering the price point of the vehicle. It gets 4-door speakers and 2 tweeters. And the touchscreen is quite slick and fluid to use. And you get some settings to customize like the vehicle setup, audio setup, phone setup, etc. And in the vehicle setup you get voice alert and DRL on or off option, and the approach lamp duration. Basically the infotainment system shows you time, audio source, and climate control settings on the top right corner. And it also gets some voice commands, and you can also change the theme color and the sounds, etc. And let's just take a look at the reverse parking camera, which looks like this, and it gets guidelines and they are adaptive as well. And the car is so silent even though it is turned on right now. And it shows the drive mode right there, and in sport mode it changes to red color. Let's get driving. So the first thing anyone notices as soon as you start driving the Nexon EV is how silent the motor is, and there are no vibrations present. The only noise you can hear is the road noise. The steering wheel is an electric unit and is quite light and easy to turn. The suspension is also doing its job. The Nexon EV feels very composed even on a bad patch of road, and Tata has always been nailing it in the ride quality department. The ground clearance is also not an issue, which stands at 205mm. The braking performance also feels nice on this car, and we have been driving it in the normal drive mode, and the acceleration has been nice. And now switching it into sport mode, the acceleration becomes even more aggressive and pulls in no time. It just thrusts ahead as soon as you step on the accelerator pedal. And the Tata Nexon EV also gets 35 Smart Connect features with Tata Motors Z Connect app, and Tata offers 8 years or 1.6 lakh kilometers of warranty as standard on both the battery and motor, and 3 years or 1.25 lakh kilometers for the vehicle. Tata also offers 24/7 roadside assistance, free home charging installation, and 24/7 emergency charging support, which is currently limited to only 5 cities, and the wipers also work really well on this car. And in terms of dimensions, it is 3.9 meters in length, 1.8 meters in width, and 1.6 meters in height, and the wheelbase happens to be 2.5 meters, and the car weighs 1.4 tons. The Tata Nexon EV gets a CCS Type 2 connector charging port, and the regular 15 amp plug can charge the Nexon EV from 10% to 90% in 8.5 hours, while the fast charger charges the vehicle from 0 to 80% in 60 minutes. And coming to the driving range, it depends on various driving conditions. So the range varies from somewhere between 200 kilometers to 250 kilometers on a single charge. The top speed of the vehicle is 120 kilometers per hour, and it is quite good considering that this is an electric vehicle, and it does not cross that 120 km per hour mark, but it does not feel stressed either. It can continuously go on at 120 km per hour with ease. And it also gets some features like smart regenerative braking, hill ascent assist, and hill descent assist. The smart regenerative braking works very well in city traffic and gives a better range compared to the highway. And you can also get an extended 1 or 2 year warranty on the vehicle by paying a premium. And the Tata Nexon EV receives a 5-star global NCAP rating in terms of safety, which makes it the safest electric compact SUV in the segment. And you can also find the links to my other electric vehicle reviews in the description box below, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel to not miss any of my future updates, and also hit the bell icon to stay notified about my new videos. So on this note, it's time to end the vlog. Bye bye.